prisoner of war has been turned, working for Abu Nazir.
A lot of folks watch the hit TV show Homeland. Hard to miss the similarity between that show's character, military man held captive for years by Islamic terrorists, and Sergeant Bergdahl. Of course, Nicholas Brody is the fictional character. The very real-life story of Bergdahl is still being written, although some people have seemingly already made up their minds about him.
The executive producer of the show Homeland, Gideon Raff, served in the Israeli military and interviewed hundreds of former POWs and their families to create the Brody character. Here's what he said about all this discussion about possible similarities.
Well, I think there are similarities in the way, a prisoner of war coming back home and the reaction to him, a broken man coming back home, and whether he's going to get a hero's welcome or court-martialed. And the question whether he's been turned or not, of course, is on the news every day. So I think people do see similarities, yes.
We're joined again by Sally Cohen and Kevin Madden to talk about this. Sally, let me just stipulate right now, I'm a little uncomfortable talking about a guy who was just released from real life, captivity in the Taliban in a show that's on TV. However, a lot of people are talking about this, fans of the show, including you.
Well, because their heads were both shaved. So you immediately think, oh, okay, they must be the same person. No, there's interesting parallels, certainly. One, no doubt, is that the show Homeland originated in Israel, and Israel had real-life experience with these kinds of prisoner swaps. We should remember that it wasn't that long ago that Israel swapped 1,027 prisoners with Hamas, some of whom were terrorists, for one Israeli soldier. So certainly that's part of why this seems similar. And the other part is you do wonder, right? I think we want to responsibly withhold our judgment until we know all the facts. But it appears at this point that he wandered away. He was disillusioned with a war that a lot of other soldiers and a lot of Americans are disillusioned with as well. And what happened? What happened in that 5 years? Did he change his mind? What was he doing? We don't know. Hopefully, he wasn't sort of watching Homeland and modeling his story after that, because it doesn't end well for Nicholas Brody.
We've talked so much about the fact that there's still so many questions to be answered. We have to hear from Bergdahl himself. Kevin, it's interesting because, obviously the show is like a Hollywood version of a story like this, but it is so very important. Speaking to your point, it's so important to separate fact from fiction, especially when you think about the fact this is a real-life story that's happening to this young man.
Right, but also there are a lot of things right now that we may not see that are also going to be important parts of this story going forward. It doesn't just, this isn't an event, that this is a process. You look at the show, there was families involved. There was a reintegration involved back into society, and some of the difficulties that go through that, not only with the person who is the POW, who was the hostage, but also the family members and how they have those relationships. So, I'm a huge fan of the show, and a lot of the really human aspects of that, I think, touch many of the viewers of the show. The way that I think a lot of the human aspects here are going to have a big impact on people as they form their opinions about this going forward.
Well, and I think that maybe the best analogy we could get out of this would be that they're complex stories, and that coming home for any soldier is incredibly complex, especially when we look at the issues in the VA and elsewhere.
Guys,
we should be really paying attention.
Thank you for taking some deeply serious lessons from a television show. I really appreciate it. Sally Cohen. No, I'm serious.
Hey, and you know what? Props
Kevin,
to both of you.
Interesting.
You stuck around for a good portion of the show. We appreciate your dedication.
Always great to be with you guys.
Come back. All right, coming up for us next, we're going to go back.